Okay, so in this with this question, I'll be dividing this polynomial by using synthetic division. So instead of long division, I'll be using synthetic division. Now, before we start, I want to say that you can only use synthetic division when you're dividing by a factor that's in the x minus b format or in the ax minus b format. Now, x minus 1 is in the x minus b format, so we're good. You can use synthetic division. But if it's not in one of these two formats, you cannot use synthetic division. But anyways, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw an upside down long division sign. So it just basically looks like an L. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to be dividing this by the factor of this. So if we set this equal to 0, because we need to just basically divide this by what b is. So if we set x minus 1 equal to 0, we get x is equal to 1. So now that we have the factor, or the x-intercept, whatever you want to call it, we're going to put that on the outside here. And then we're going to put the leading coefficient, or the coefficient, not the leading coefficients, but the coefficients of these terms inside this long division sign that's upside down. So the lead coefficient here is 1. This is 6. Actually, I'm going to put this a little bit higher so that I have more room to work with. So it's 1. Maybe we'll put this up higher. So 1, 6. This is 2. And this is negative 4. Include the sign if there's a negative. So first thing we're going to do is, starting with your term here on the very left, you're going to bring that down and you're going to put that here. Now you're going to multiply this by this number. So 1 times 1 is 1. So we're going to put 1 here. So yeah, I'm not going to draw an arrow. I don't want to make it messy, but we're going to multiply whatever number we bring down to here. We're going to multiply it by this number, and then we're going to put it to the top right. So 1 times 1 is 1, so we put it to the top right. And then now we add these two numbers. So we're going to add these two numbers. So now 6 plus 1 is 7. So we're going to put 7 here. And now, same thing, we multiply this number by the 1, and then we're going to put whatever that value is to the top right of this. So that number will go here. So 7 times 1 is just 7, so we put the 7 here, we add. 2 plus 7 is 9, so we get 9. Same thing now, 9 times 1 is 9, put that to the top right, so that's 9. And then we're going to add, negative 4 plus 9 is 5. Now, it's important to note here that the last number here, this is going to be the remainder. So 5 is the remainder. So now, notice how this has a degree of 3, but we're dividing it by something that has a degree of 1. So since we're dividing it, if you remember, I believe it's there's a rule where if you're dividing numbers and the bases are the same, you just subtract the exponent. So we're pretty much going to do, here it's easier if I show it. So basically these are going to be the leading coefficients, or the coefficients of your quotient. So this will be equal to x squared, because this was 3, but we were dividing by something that had an exponent of 1. So this is going to be 2. And 1 is just 1, so we don't have to include the 1. I mean, we can, but you don't write the 1 typically. So it's just x squared. But there is a 1 there. Okay? So now we're going to bring the 7 down, and this is positive 7. So we include the coefficients. And if this is x squared, this is just going to be x. Because this is cubed, this is squared, this is just x. So this is x, and this is going to just be a constant. We bring this down to 9. So this is the answer. Well, not the full answer, but this is the quotient. So if you want to write the full answer, this whole thing is equal to, so as in the long division problem, you include what you're dividing by. So we can say x minus 1 times this plus 7x plus 9 Sorry, that doesn't look neat. That's a plus, not a 4. And then we include our remainder, which is 5. So this is the answer, and again, if this can be factored, you should factor it. But in this question, I will not be doing that. There will be plenty of examples where I show you where we can factor. So yeah, this is the answer.